I can be in StreamYard twice. Well, no, so I just went live on my channel, and no, it's just me because you guys are all here. Here, uh, yeah, I can't post the link. So
Yeah, live streaming, doing. Oh, okay, there we go. Whew.
all right, now I closed out the other one, so shouldn't take up so much bandwidth.
Security alert! Security alert! I hate Google. And there's Cody with the M7 20, 30, 40, 70 phones, whatever the hell it is. And you're surprised about this?
Is that Cody's channel? Is the Live Laugh Lipo Battery?
No,
Is that the
Cody
name of your
doesn't have a
channel? No, it's not.
No,
Okay.
usually I'm a Live Laugh Logger, but we had to adjust fire on some of that stuff. So
I think that's a pretty fire like ham radio YouTube channel name right there.
if I ever get my ass in gear and start it, I might make it wild. I think I have a YouTube actually, my call sign or something. But.
YouTube. Ape told me, he goes, "Don't worry, your first 4 years of videos are gonna suck." And I was like, "Oh, well that makes me feel normal."
Don't feel bad, Ziggy.
Everything's filmed on a potato.
Oh yeah, dude.
Cody, check your audio. Check your audio.
Check.
Echo, echo, echo.
Oh, I'm not hearing an echo.
Oh, I'm echoing?
I got my only friend left helping.
Sounds
Well, go help him. He's busy working.
I'm dropped. Hold on. It might be me.
Are you like me and had both things open?
Cody was worried. Cody was worried that he had offended Eamon earlier, and I don't think he did, but we got him in this stream too. So
I don't think he can.
So
he sent me that loop, that mag loop antenna, all the way from the Netherlands.
I gotta learn about freaking
mag loop. All right,
yeah.
So let me tell you some real important information that took me forever to figure out. So obviously you can change capacitance and move around, right?
Correct.
Whatever that antenna the highest frequency that antenna can operate on, that's the highest efficiency also. The more cap you add and the lower in frequency you go, your efficiency is going to go way down the tube. So just because it can doesn't mean it's equal across all of its tuning capabilities. So just to recap, the highest frequency that it can achieve is the most efficient as well. So
Okay.
this loop that Eamon sent me, it doesn't, what does it do? It starts basically at 17 meters and it hits 20 meters, obviously, and it'll do whatever 30 is, and it'll go into 40. The problem is I've never made a 40 contact on it, but it'll tune up. So,
Well, so I saw that there was a guy. He made almost like a tent, but it was copper pipe, and so it was like I think 5 feet long and 2.5, 3 feet tall, and the two halves kind of meet at the top, and that's where they're connected across. But I was thinking, what if I did that and it was 26 feet? It was on top of the camper,
okay.
right?
Right. Let's see.
Okay.
Because that would be
Remember,
really big.
but remember, when you move, what's going to happen?
Well, yeah, but so that's where like I mean, it pulled down flat for transportation, and then when you get where you're going, you set up, then you put it up.
Okay. So you put a hinge or something on it.
Yeah. But then I would never have to throw an antenna into a tree or anything, and because like RV parks don't like antennas.
Put a sculpture up.
Like, don't mind the sculpture in front of the camper.
Just pick up a really big wire that goes to all your RV neighbors. Be like, hey man, it's clothesline. And you're good to go. Right? And you can do like underwear on the air. Straight.
Freaking Mike going to Puerto Rico tomorrow.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay. Shall we go into Puerto Rico?
All right, so 45 knows the RV struggle.
Let's see.
Cool
Well, hell,
landlady.
T.O. lives in an RV park.
Yeah.
Ziggy, what you got going on there, man? You got
I've been playing with the little thing here.
little folded,
Oh, geez.
little folded banger on a MMA and A.
Uh-huh. A little folded banger. A little folded banger. Let's see.
What's the size of that? What band you on?
So it's like 10 meters.
There we go.
Let's-
Get rid of the logo so we're not blocking Steven's face.
Yeah, 10 freedom units.
I need to calculate. I need to run this. Let's run this. Let's see. Ooh. Oh. My word.
Ouch.
Oh.
Hey, Lobes.
That's fugly.
What do you mean? That's wonderful. That's low.
Fugly.
That's nice and low.
That's
Let's get a little bubblicious. Damn, that thing is
That's
a
better.
DX monster.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's an O-ring that looks nice. Nice and
That's
flat.
Yeah, nothing really going up, right?
Nope.
You said this is on 10?
Let's let's do a thing here. So this is going to be on its fundamental. I don't even know what this is. I picked this like out of a box just to. So it's called the 101824 megahertz. It's a multi-band,
Okay.
and if now that we've run it, now we get our currents. Okay, so we're kind of base loaded with that. It's kind of acting like both an inductor, but it's also capacitively loading at the bottom. And then the whole thing itself on the third harmonic at 24 megahertz, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It just radiates off of the off the down peak. So there's 1, 2, 3. That is so cool.
This is like a upside down, ass backwards J-pole.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and then there's the feed. So all it is it's a vertical half wave with a tap. And somehow he's able to squeeze.
Oh yeah, see, that sounds way more professional than mine. Upside down bass backwards J-pole.
So that's pretty cool.
No, those are pretty good low angle lobes there.
So we're gonna do the same thing.
Did you build in
What software?
Did you build any ground radios or put some
in that previous one? There were not. No.
Yeah,
no, it was all
real life parameters into the
the ground is usually always set to default to real, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had quite a bit of difference when I put in my local ground variables here out in the Southern California in the desert, and it has made me change total lengths for all sorts of antenna designs,
right?
Just based off of stuff. Not by much. I mean, it's marginal, but yeah, it's kind of interesting.
So that's a little bit higher, but I'm okay with that because some people need a little bit more angle than other people. They'd rather have unfavorable skip zones and get out farther than have trouble working like a very specific ring of people throughout their first or second hop. So let's see. Now that I've run this, let's see what the hell
it shoot my RF as far as possible.
This thing is wild, dude. I think this might be us for the sculpture. It's so simple. It's elegant, right? It's symmetrical in a way, and it kind of looks like a tall decorative brush. But this thing is a 5-bander. This is 10, 14, 18, 21, and 24. That's cool. That's cool. Let's go. All right. So, if any of you can read these numbers faster than me.
That thing looks pretty wild.
6.2. No, we have 12.5 meters.
That's pretty tall. Jeez.
12.5.
That thing looks like what Jim Carrey, the Riddler, Batman Forever. That little thing, the mind control unit.
So the fact that
that's what I had in my mind.
The fact that this thing is basically just a 5-element quarter wave. Yeah, I can tell you the height based on the lowest operating frequency of what was it, 20 meters? 10 meters. Did it go to 10 meters? No, these are bands. 10, no, megacycles. Anyway, just an idea. Just throwing these out here, guys.
What's the purpose of separating the wires, separating the other band elements in that shape?
To get less coupling between them so that they can wiggle more freely and not have impedance wars between themselves. Okay. Yep.
So not like a multi.
Basically, that reminds
That's
me
pretty
of
good, wasn't
it? It reminds me of a DS Commander.
Pretty, yeah.
Just blown out, right?
Yeah.
Oh no! Let's get some antenna tuner dependent ones, and we're gonna try to get. Let's be modest with 40 meters. I don't think so. No, we're not doing anything like that.
Dude, I'm telling you, make that into a tree.
He wins. He wins. I give up. Let's see quad. We can hide a square.
I would love to do that up in the air.
We can hide a square.
Oh fuck!
In the front yard, we're gonna hide a square. A vertical square in the front yard.
On a 30-foot mast.
Right, yeah. I don't like any of these. These suck. I'm sorry, man. I love a resonant antenna, and I love like multi-banders that play play around with tuners, and I love loading up weird stuff and tuning it in. And I absolutely love a manual tuner. But man, it's so easy to build a resonant antenna.
That's why I figured I would ask you that question.
Like, if you really like a band, you're gonna make a resonant antenna for that band. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just fuck tuners.
Right. Well, I like them because I think they're art. Multi-band.
Well, so my first adventures in amateur radio was with an old TS 490, right? And I didn't have a tuner forever, so I applied a little bit of beer math and went the frugal ham route, and I dug deep into AWL, antenna handbook, and all that stuff, and I probably picked what I thought was at the time the best antenna for my option, and it was a big ass loop, big horizontal loop, right, about 600 feet of wire up in the air, and that was the only way I could get multi-band resonance, and it was pretty successful with it. So, but outside of big giant loops that you have acreage of land to deal with, you gotta get spicy with some of your ingenuity, you know.
That's one of the great parts about this hobby is, you know, if you're into experimenting and trying new things, like there's always stuff to try.
Oh my Lord. I think I ran this in the wrong field.
You didn't apply real ground to it.
Holy front to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, isotropic.
Donut.
Right. Yeah, that's Z negative, so it faces this way. All right. So what in the hell is this thing? And look at those currents. Oh wow, that's weird. I'll never figure out what he's done here.
What's that space in the middle? It's like a.
That's the magic. That's the magic. I can't figure out.
Is it a coax deal?
You know what? This feeder over here looks a lot bigger. Let me look at these. What? No, this thing's simple. Oh, I know what it is. This is acting like a inbound capacitor to this dipole, allowing it to do 2 different bands, right? Complex. Yeah, 14 and 21. Dude, that's some gangster stuff right there.
So it is kind of bazooka-esque.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's acting like an invisible capacitor. I want to believe. There's something going on with this one leg too. It's much darker than the other one.
They drew the line twice.
Yeah. Right. What?
Look, the clouds can come off.
Okay.
And isn't that crazy?
But I got this antenna pack, and I encourage everybody to play with this, and just all you gotta do is basically just watch 1 or 2 videos. Who did I learn how to play around with it? It was DX Commander taught me how to play around with this software.
Yeah, same here. Callum does a good job of just kind of simplifying it. Like, here, try this out. You know.
See, this is what I like right here. I like the sombrero kind of radiation pattern. Seems to work best for me.
That looks like a Pokemon, Ziggy. I'm just saying.
Well, it's what are we calling this thing here? This is a multi-bander. Oh, so this is a 1520 1480. So that tells me that this is this is going to be, yeah, that's what I thought. This is a resonant. I'm looking upside down. This is a resonant multi die. But he's actually, if you look here, the current, he's actually squeezing 1.5 waves on here. That's how he's able to squeeze 4 bands out of basically 2 elements, because they're actually.
So in the Army, we got synonymous with the NIVIS cross dipole and VIS cross dipole. That's kind of the same concept there. It's really only a 2-bander.
Right. You can force it, sure.
Yeah, but those antennas, of course, in the Army, they're like, hey, just stick some coax on it. And I'm like, no, man. If you want to get this thing resonant on ALE, which is what we run multi-band, all across HF, you end up having to have that outboard auto tuner or auto coupler right at the feed point. But yeah, man, cross cross dipole. Like it.
This thing is mad. This thing is so mad. Look at this. Look at this separation in the middle here. You see this slit cut here? That tells me that that tells me that there is a real pissery going on right here in between these two sides. Let's see. So this is a Wark trap dipole, and it really looks like it's just a 2 wavelength. I'm not sure where the trap is. I guess I'll have to learn about how we draw traps. Anyhow.
Yeah, absolutely right. The ape says the radiation pattern will change with frequency. I mean, of course, it's on a resonant cut dipole or whatever the hell, and you start moving across those bands, you start getting wonky.
I'm just running whatever the author had in there last.
What I will say about MMA is I do like how many pre-built antennas are there. And then if you want to, because it's frustrating to start out as a newbie on that bit of software and try and build something from scratch, right? But if you just click through a few of the files, you might find something close to what you want, and just change it from there.
And it gets Jesus.
Homer showed up. He wants his donut back.
Holy crap.
Dang.
So this is a VHF antenna, and that's really sad. Right? That baby
If you're
is
talking
like
aircraft,
that baby is oh yeah. And you know what? Aircraft. So I'm on the calling frequency on my ride to work, and I hear something crazy come in, and this dude's got an antenna hanging out of his personal airplane. I talked to a guy flying a little plane for a little bit on my ride to work, and then he goes, right, he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna jump off of here and try a little calling frequency on DMR. And I thought to myself, good fucking luck. I was like, I don't know why you're trying to kill this conversation for whatever that adventure's gonna be all about. So anyway. Cloudbuster. You got it.
Yeah.
Sculpture. I'm gonna have to find that one that we were looking up. I think a 4. What? No, that thing was a 5 band. Let's see. How are we gonna make those angles? I'm gonna need some kind of invisible form. And then we still need a mast, but it can't be a mast. So it looks like you're getting an American flag.
I think it could just be on a pedestal out front. Just a little antenna there. Just don't pee on it, you'll be all right.
Right?
The dog will.
Probably.
So
Yeah,
I've got go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just thinking, right, with the style, it would look really pretty if you did it out of like 1/4-inch square stock, and made the whole
actually
structure
like
that.
TIG this up.
Yeah,
I dig it.
and then put it on a pedestal like Chris was saying, and paint it pretty.
Shine it up
was-
real nice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
paint it chrome.
Right.
Make sure the dog and pony show is all ready to go.
Look, it doesn't have to radiate. It just got to look really cool.
Exactly.
You can write your problem on there.
I miss that age.
My problem? What is my problem? She wants me to write my problem down.
Which one?
You got enough paper for that?
She gave me a whole notebook.
Wow.
Draw it out,
Well, you
Dad.
better start writing.
Time to get physics problems in there. Tell her that the gamma match won't make your Yagi put in this direction. You know, she might figure it out.
Maybe last episode.
I thought I brought it inside. Go look in the living room, or on the couch maybe. She got me something for my live stream tonight, and I wasn't wearing it. Yep, I'm in trouble already.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this author, he made an even crazier. This one does 40 meters as well.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
How tall is that thing?
It's basically a DX commander, but he's spread out the. I want to run it because I want to see the
interesting.
currents at the base again. Did we run it, or did I? Oh wow, yeah, it's it takes a minute. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh cool. It's being parasitic across some other. Oh, I see why we've done this now in the order that we have. Oh,
That looks cool as
man.
hell.
Yeah, it does.
Dude, I
I think
dig it. And it's a resonant antenna, guys. Right?
Looks like something out of Halo or something.
Looks like something you would like spend probably 2 weeks tuning and trimming.
yeah, pretty much.
Wow, that's basically like a 5/8 wave right there on the second to lowest. Oh, 10 meters. Lame.
Oh, I was about to ask how tall is the center maps there?
Probably something like a
Well,
DX Commander.
That last one was what, 12.5 meters?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here.
If you had something like this in your backyard, you would definitely be the epitome of ham radio weirdo.
So
you'd get
it's
some
I'm guessing it's like 30 feet tall based on this 11 meter value I see right there.
Yeah.
There you go, Chris. That's what you need for your HOA.
You definitely got to put a flag on top of something like that.
Right.
Let's get
just tell them you're into some weird,
It's
religion.
religious art.
Yeah,
here we
religious art.
go. Dude, look
You're
at this one radial. So different. Let's run it. What are we getting here? We're getting 7, 14,
This is
21, and
MMA.
28. Yeah, Mamana Gal, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're getting 40, 20, 15, and 10 on this guy.
Wow.
And I think the magic sauce is besides the dude, it's so easy. Oh my god, that's adorable.
It's the radials.
It's the radial's the kicker right here because I see this
Oh,
I see this current thing going here. All right, so that was 20 meters, and let's look at dude, that thing's a boss on 20. Jam. keeping it down, son. That's good. I don't know what this angle is here.
That was tough.
What's the golden rule? 5 bananas?
Yeah, 5 bananas, right?
Let's see. So that's
for DX. That's skipping the planet. But
so here's that antenna on 40 meters, which ain't bad because you kind of get a little upward and a little outward.
wait,
Right?
is that 40 in the direction of that radial though?
Ooh, good question. Let's figure that out.
Right?
Yes. Look at the current has increased.
So you gotta point that radial to wherever your 40 DX is gonna be. Yeah, that's kind
of cool.
There's a lot going on with this antenna. I'm excited. This is kind of cool.
There is, and it's so. Here's the trick, right? I see 3 radiating elements, but we're getting 4 bands out of it somehow. What did we do? We just ran it for 20 and 40. Let's go 21 megahertz and run it there and see what she's doing here on. Okay, that's standard issue. That's standard issue right there. You even get a little high current bump from the taller. You see the other current bump.
I see
Get
that.
a little current bump. I wonder if that's favorable. This looks good. Go ahead. Yes, dude, 15 meters. Look at that boss. Dang. What you doing on 28, son?
So, how about this? In reality, though, right?
Okay. In reality,
you put this vertical up on some sort of mast. Do you use your guy ropes? Use your guys as your legs? Do you get what I'm saying?
yes, you absolutely would. Why not? If you can run, if you can get away with guys.
I mean, how far when you're running this? Is how far off the ground is this feed point at?
I'm pretty sure this was running free space. Let's see. No, it's near. So it's 15 meters off the ground.
Oh, 15 meters. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry. 5 meters. So 15 feet. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this
like
can be done.
Huh.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. This can totally be done. But how we need to figure out this radiating element right here.
How tall is that?
Let me look at some wire geometry. 12. I see a 12 feet. I think that's us. I think we got a 12-foot wire. Oh, there's 5 meters, so 15 feet. Oh no, it's from here to. You know what? If Hollywood's watching, he's probably screaming right now.
He's like, what the?
But he might give me a point for playing with it.
Actually, can you go to your wire edit?
Sure.
Whatever the heck. Oh Lord, not in this. Is it a little triangle at the
It's
top there?
Hold on. Yeah, is that us? Wire edit. Ta-da.
There you go. Click on that bad boy.
That bad boy right there. Wire number 2. Looks
What's
like the
over
length is 5.6 meters.
Yeah, we could do this.
That's easy. 15 feet? We just got to go 15 feet up from 15 feet.
The 15-foot whip with maybe a 7 and a 5 foot, whatever the hell's next to it. And that's on a center point mass. And if you're using your guy ropes and you feed those as radials, golden.
Oh, okay.
It's a cool looking antenna.
So let's be bold, right? Let's blur the line in between sculpture and antenna. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Right? Like the actual elements that you see are the actual radiating elements, but make them like I like what someone said, to make them out of the square stock and make them man, just fat radiators like that would be crazy. The antenna would just be in your face but beautiful at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, somebody driving by your house would definitely be like, "That's nice."
That's it. Yeah. That's a nice way to do that, homie. Well, I'm coming, baby. I'm sorry.
Everybody else, no, not so much. Especially your HOA.
I got to help her. I'll be back.
So what's going on there, everybody?
Dude, I can nerd out on some antenna.
Yes, he can.
Hey.
I'm a moron, so I like to learn this stuff and play with it and figure it out and experiment.
Have you ever gotten into propagation simulations?
Nope.
A little bit, yeah. I like the prop sims, but I'm a big fan of just applying a little bit of beer math, sticking some wire in the sky, right? And just getting on a whisper.
Sure.
And just using whisper as my own, real world analysis of it. And that's what I'm about.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been
Okay, guys. It is midnight here, so after a long day of driving, I am going to say 73, and I will catch y'all down the log.
All right, Steven. Good to see you, bud.
All right, Steve.
Same.
So check out PyLap.
iLab.
PyLap.
Can you throw it in the chat?
PYLAP. Yeah. Actually, I can send you a really good link.
Yeah, man. Sorry, you gotta
Second here.
you gotta spell stuff out for me, man. I did 4 years of freshman English in high school, so we gotta.
Dude, I Googled it and all I get is unscramblers.
Yeah, be careful with that. You know, next thing you know,
Yeah.
some dude's calling you about your car's extended warranty.
It's all the anagrams of PyLab.
If I think DJT, I think he's still watching on YouTube, man. Earlier, man, you mentioned your X80 antenna from Sigma Eurocom. I'm looking at it, man. I'm excited for you. If you put that thing up, we got to get on the air, dude. Little Ireland to California contact. We'll make it weird. Oh no, Ziggy put on the full dipole right now.
Wow.
Your dad's got an antenna on his head.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he does. Yes, he does. That's a unicorn antenna.
No.
It's dual corn.
He's got Yada headband on.
Bicorn antenna.
Yeah, I put that in the chat for you.
Oh, thanks,
All right, that's some reading.
Yes, it is.
Leave it to the Air Force to come up with something. It's
Sure.
probably 100 pages longer than it needs to be.
Take my Yoda back. Okay.
It's not 100 pages.
Have you seen the Marine Corps freaking antenna book? Have you, Grouch?
Is it like a
I didn't-
pamphlet?
I didn't.
Yes, we
do
have.
anything radio in the military.
Yeah, well, look it up. You can get it.
I love Chris. I love the Marine Corps antenna handbook, especially the older ones. Right, the one that you could tell it was typed out on a typewriter,
Yep.
copied later. Those ones actually are, worth their weight in salt. But I'm gonna double down and say, have you seen the Ranger handbook?
Yes.
Right.
And yes.
They got 2.5 pages on communications, and let me tell you,
That's it.
if you're trying to put the entire realm of communications on 2.5 pages,
You
They
better
give
let
you
me
just-
write it.
dude, just enough lead to hang yourself with. They're like, just stick a piece of wire in a tree and you'll talk to the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Just keep rangering on,
We got these great antennas from this company called Beta Antennas. Just plug it in, boys. Rock out.
Chris, is that what you're talking about?
What's that?
The MCRP 8-10B.11 and
Yes.
Yep. What's the year? What's the publication date? Mid-90s?
2017.
Oh, that's the most current one.
90s.
Well, maybe the current one probably has some better pictures, but I'll tell you what, I don't know.
No, they don't.
Go with the old school. You know what? I got to say this out loud. All right, folks. Look, I'm new to the channel. All right. For the love of God. All right. Ham radio. I love it, man. I really do. I love the science, the practicality of it and everything. But my occupation as a service member, in the military, right? Military HF, right, is a whole different beast. Just because we have to be on every band all the time because of automatic link establishment, ALE, right? We're out there. So we just need to be just good enough on every band, right? So this super wide banded magic dipole, this we all as hams would call a fucking dummy load, right? That's what we have to work with, right? So I'm stuck with the dichotomy of like, hey, perfect resonance in the purest sense of it, and then also shit, I need to be on every band at the same time. So it's rough. So just know that there are some manufacturers out there that apply a military logic to their antennas, and some of them buy the purest resonance logic to their stuff, to their product. So put that out there, guys.
Yeah, but this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
This is
What is that?
unacceptable.
There's a couple Rolos on a wire.
This
Love
is
Rolos.
this is the old 5-to-1,
Oh,
and
Right.
this thing is sealed so tightly. Let me make sure I don't get sued here. In containers like this,
yeah.
but I got that son-of-a-bitch open.
And we're not going to go over again how you got it open.
Why not? It was fun. There was cussing. I'm pretty sure yeah, I messed my finger up again. That's what I needed. But anyway, yeah, it was a 4-foot-long monkey wrench, and we had to use Grandpa's vise, the big one. But anyway, does RF get out of here? Yeah, RF gets out of here. Would the military? I don't know, man. This is such a contraption. And check this out. This wire, I didn't realize this before. God, I need glasses. It says direct burial only right on the wire. Oh well.
I don't exactly
did-
know what you're talking about, but
Oh, the wire that they use to build this, it's direct burial, like electrician's wire, and it's soldered to
like
copper pipes. Anyway,
some weather THN and stuff. Yeah.
it's a big mess. It's a big mess. And I actually I did this antenna challenge where I was like, hey man, did you buy something that you didn't think was what you thought it was? Send it to me. I'm gonna tear it apart, and I'm gonna try to make it something else for you that works for you. And I actually had somebody take me up on that offer, and I made a little series about it, and it was a device with this exact same thing in it. So this is the second one that has come my way, which I find, just I guess I'm just waiting for the third one to come. But yeah, no. So this tells me that I am not, I'm not off. I'm not sitting here bad mouthing anything.
My question is, are these balance, ununs, whatever feed point that mess that they have going on, are they built by ham radio industry standards folks, or are we playing the commercial military grade industry standard folks? Because they're so close, but they're not.
What's that, sweetie?
Show them the pizza.
Show them the pizza?
Yeah. Can I sell, honey?
Yeah, you can set it on here. She wants it here. Oh, pick it up. I dropped it.
Yeah, show us the pizza. It's way more important.
Go get it, honey. Uh-oh. Way more important. So, to answer your question, is it built to military standards? I think it's trying, but no, it would never pass as like any actual military product. Because I mean, you see these beads, they're not even secured to anything. This whole thing was wrapped in tar paper. Where's the tar paper?
Look at the pizza.
She's cracking up right now. It was wrapped in tar paper, and then we had this electrical tape. We had like 2 feet of this electrical tape around that, and that was their padding before they slammed it into the container. They
didn't even stick fill it full of potting material or something like that, because that would be mill standard.
No, you got an empty canister. Oh, there's the tar paper. God damn it.
Oh, okay.
This is all the padding you got. This
Are they? So I don't know who yet, and I don't know if you want to disclose it. What are they claiming this to transform? It looks to be Balun, right?
So electrically, electrically,
7 to 1?
electrically, this is a one-turn primary, which in our hobby, there's no such thing, right? Like you haven't quite made it. Full anyway. So it's a one-turn primary. So off the bat, before any transformation is able to take place, we're basically shorting out to ourselves. We're feeding in, going across, feeding down again, and shorting out. And they're calling that the primary. The secondary is these 1, 2, and it does this neat trick, right? Where it goes, I'm sorry, 1, 2, where it goes this way, and then we feed it back through the pipe. So you'll see this loop right here. This loop is right here. So we go in one direction, and then we come back into another direction, which is if I don't have to explain this to anybody, it already makes my brain hurt saying it out loud. What it's doing is it's basically choking itself off by going against what we were just working on trying to create, and therefore hanging up more of your signal in here. So before we've even reached the antenna, we've gone through 2 whole passes of obscurity trying to get out of this device.
Look, I'm not a RF engineer, man. This just sounds like a weird, convoluted way to make a common mode choke, kind of like a 1-to-1, but
no. So it's one primary and then like a couple loops tapped for the secondary. So this is doing a thing, but it's not anyway. What's
not doing it well.
What's cute is that when I built this, I stuck some arbitrary speaker wire on it and I sweeped it, and I was like, okay, kind of, starts high and then we go low into the higher frequencies as the loss creeps up higher. But I stuck it up on my 130-foot infed half wave whip that was up in the sky. I swept it near same fucking sweep. Same sweep.
Oh.
I was like, whoa, bro. I was like, okay, so, and then that's where I coined the term impedance. I'm sorry, not impedance. An impedance presenter. That's the term that I coined, was an impedance presenter. So that's what I call these things. Antenna simulators or impedance presenters.
Antenna simulators. Love it. Love it, man.
Anyway. I love this American flag background, by the way. This is badass.
It's freedom. It's freedom. It's 2025.
We are. I'm so disappointed that this goes for $500, $600, $700.
No. Come with free
wire. Printing money.
And don't get me wrong, you get a nice tripod with it, but the tripod has big metal claw hanging spikes hanging out of there. Anyway.
I got a rainbow. I'm going to show them this rainbow.
Go ahead.
That's some strange little business. And it fits inside that aluminum canister.
Yeah.
We got rainbows too. We got pizzas, rainbows, and unicorns. And dipole dads. Oh, we're ready to go.
With the whole gamut. She knows what she's doing.
You know what she's doing?
Yeah.
She's trying to
somewhere over the rainbow.
She's trying to get commission on this.
I am trying not to get this company's logo in here. Anyway, okay. Let's get this off camera.
Yeah. I got you, man. Oh, well, try this.
Cody, I sent you the manufacturer in the DM.
Where did you send it, bro? I'm sorry.
Discord.
Oh.
Yes. I sent it
on the secret business. Okay.
Oh, this is neat. I have, since I'm logged in. Wait a minute. I can stream this to my audience?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Roger.
That's why I said, like, we might as well just come over here, because then you get all the perks.
Oh yeah, man, I totally missed that.
Paul's got the weirdness.
Well, in all fairness, it's actually all credit to N1JUR. He's the one that pays for the StreamYard yearly.
Thank you very much, by the way.
Thank you.
Dude, you're coming in clutch on so many other people's. Just we're wrong with it.
So that single action by that man, by paying for that for us, is basically all we need to have an antenna club. Like I think the on-site antenna club is doomed, because this is so much better, and we can present stuff. You know, we don't have to pack up, you know, what we're doing. We can show pictures. We can. I think the physical antenna club for ham radio is. It's not going to get any better.
Hey, Ziggy,
Well, I
thank
mean,
you
the
for
technology's there, so why not use it? You know.
Ziggy,
Right.
thank you for letting me in on the stream, man. There you go. Look, we subscribed it.
Woohoo!
Subscribed.
Subscribed.
All right, but I can't
Appreciate
guarantee
that,
everything comes up, man. You know, I'm a busy man.
I don't need thumbs. I just need I just need homies. I'm not in it for anything else but the homies.
Oh, I'm a fresh homie, man.
Yeah. I'm not trying to. This isn't my career. I'm doing this because I'm trying to lay down a little bit of a legacy for my kids. And I'm apparently super weird because of this. The 75 ohmness abouts me.
Oh,
By the way,
I
that
get
reminds
it.
me.
Oh, dude, we were just talking about this actually.
Really? I saw
Yeah.
Eamon said something about 50 is not 75. What was what was that?
No, so Rob was just in here earlier before we switched over to other streams and channels and stuff like that. But we were asking something along the lines of a tuner, manual or auto, whatever, and what's the difference between a tuner or a impedance match feed point at the time?
Right.
And losses and all that jazz. And then we went down the rabbit hole of it, and it ended up being that Chris asked to the point, like, hey, why is everything 50 ohms? Now, I haven't been in the game very long, but I imagine, all right, and I could be wrong. This is on YouTube now, but I would think that somewhere along the lines in the past, when they were building the super heterodyne and all these other little wiggly circuits to make electrons go off a piece of wire, probably the math made it simple to just use 50 ohms as a standard, right? And that was kind of the way that almost radio was kind of built. And maybe in the 75 ohm world, because that, where do you see 75? Usually on video coax, right? On stuff like that. I think that maybe the math got a little bit easier down the road, and the circuits were a little bit more well developed, and that's probably where the realm of that type of coax happened. I could be wrong. I'm spewing out some stuff. I would like to hear the opinion of the 75 ohm ham.
Sure thing. So, first of all, I don't know that my microphone isn't muted. I'm sure you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. Didn't want to run down this road.
What?
Let's go. Let's see. Where do we start with this? All right. So, in the early days, we had ladder line, right? And ladder line's impedance was dependent on basically where you tapped it throughout the folds of the feed and also the spacing. So right from the gate, back in the day, these guys were gangsters, right? They they didn't need no common mode chokes. Are you kidding me? You think they had toroids back then? Anyway, they would flare out their impedance points, right? And then tap them along the feeding lines at certain lengths until they got completely, just basically no reflection. Super gangsters at the time. So to have any one impedance, they were anyway, this is all boring as hell. Let's go to 75 ohms directly. I've got thousands of feet of it, and I've got lots of space and lots of antennas and no feed line. Let's use this software right here. Right? Let's get this guy out of the way. He's pretty boring. You can have that. That's okay. I got to get you to bed soon. So we've got.
Let's go down the rabbit hole, baby. Let's go.
So this is our generator, right? This is our transmission line, and this is our load. So this is our antenna. Right now, everything is at 50 ohms, right? So we have a flat, non-existent. What happened? It happens. I'll fix it. I should have opened it for you. I'm sorry. I'll fix it, okay? All right. You ripped your candygram. So what happens if our load isn't 50 ohms, right? Maybe it's 52 ohms and our feed line is 100 feet. Let's find it. Come on. All right, so we're going to have a little bit of SWR, right? Because our antenna is not perfect. But everything else we always, as hams, assume is. We always assume our radio is 50 ohms. We always assume our coax is 50 ohms. And then we're just battling whatever the antenna is. This is so far from the truth, guys. Your coax probably runs sometimes anywhere from 52 to 54 ohms. And what's that going to do? Oh, my. Let's find this. This is going to give you a flip-flap SWR anywhere in between 1 and 1.12. So we're still playing around the decibel, and the scale's pretty exaggerated. But I know I am not the only one in this room that has been chasing that damn decimal. Right? Am I wrong?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? That's just kind of goes with the nature of ham radio. You could be screwing up a perfect antenna because you assume that your feed line is 50 ohms. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
So many parameters, dude. It just gets mind-boggling.
Isn't this software neat, right? Like what a nice break from a Manigal.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Well, so
go ahead.
I would just to come full circle, right? In nailing down the question, why the hell are the feed points from the back of our radios tuned to 50 ohms, right? Why is it that? And where do we get that?
So it wasn't always that, right? It used to kind of have a lot of variability in between manufacturers, and it was full disclosed. But hams back then, they were just like, okay, that's what I'm aiming for, and Bob's your uncle.
Those guys were building their own shit,
Right? Yeah. So, this has a characteristical impedance of 68 ohms, and it would be like handwritten on the final, spec sheet of the radio. Or you built it yourself and you found it out, by whatever worked best, this is not. Anyway, let's keep moving here. Why is it 50 ohms? The military in their early days of communication, they used this coax, and I believe it was like 93 ohms. And what they gained with this coax was more isolation and more shielding at the cost of power. And what happened after one or two people complained about it? They wanted more power. So to do more power, they had to change the feed line to something that could take it. And I believe the military is back to 50 ohms. They went to some kind of like mill-ish, like 70-ish after the 93 ohm debacle. And I think they're down to 50 ohms again, but I could be wrong.
Oh, no, we're we solid 50 ohms across the board for everything since like the early 80s. Everything.
Yeah, because they wanted to run more power because they were like, well, we'll just fix all of our problems with power. So that's what they did.
Andy says back to the Navy. All right, we'll get that, Andy.
All right. So let's go. Let's play with some. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I only run 400 RG 400. I don't even buy the freaking LMR 400 anymore. It's literally the same shit as freaking 58, but it doesn't have the losses like it. So it's, whatever. And it's military grade. Fuck it. Send it.
Quad Shield 75 ohm coax has the same similar loss characteristics as LMR 400, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah,
let's assume at 10 cents a foot. Let's assume that our antenna is a beautiful 50 ohm antenna.
A
right?
perfect resonant dipole. Oh, dude, I love that unicorn. We'll find it. Get it a quarter, half wave up. All right, bud, go ahead.
And we're going to swap out our 50 ohm feed line for some old 7.5. Oh my God, Ziggy, what have you done? Lord
Dude,
Almighty,
broke it.
You narrow-banded weirdo. What is happening?
Do you notice this find button that I'm constantly hitting right here? It's right here.
Okay.
Can you see it? Yeah, that's your friend. Boom. Okay, so we have found something reasonable to look at, and this is important. So we're at 75 ohms. We're assuming that we have a perfectly matched antenna, which we will check with 50 ohms first before we do this shit.
Sure.
Because we're going to be out at the antenna, doing the antenna at the antenna, but then when it's time to drop the feed line, then we have to make our tuned feed line. This tuned feed line is not tuned because this is a 100-foot section of 75 ohm coax. It's not, we want to fall down here to a 1.0 SWR, right? These harmonics, boy, they look great on that monitor. They're not lining up with our HF bands, but here's the fun. You can do that in blue and use your arrow keys. Let's see if I can do this by hand.
Wait, hold on. While you're doing this, what in reality, what in physical parameters are you changing? Are you changing length?
I'm changing the length of my 75 ohm feeder to my antenna.
Okay. There you go. There's the banger. So
the banger.
You can feed whatever the hell you want. I'm trying to beer math in here. You can feed whatever the hell you want. You just need to just really delve into how long your coax is.
So this software assumes that there's no do I have velocity? I do. So you know how we're taught that 0.66 is some kind of velocity factor? I want to punch that sumbitch in the face so bad. That is, I don't know where we get this 0.66 shit from. That's some garbage. But you know what's really beautiful? Ryan, did you need something?
0.66 is because you're buying the cheapest stuff on the planet. You're getting that from an orange box or a blue box or whatever we say.
Green box.
So we're at so I've got so what's great about 75 ohm coax is that you can look at every single cable has a whole bunch of numbers on it, and you can just Google them and you can find the manufacturer, and then you can find the like ISO 911 certified holy shit spec sheet from every manufacturer, and it blows
RG standard, the MI 17 standard. Yeah,
it blows our ham radio stuff. It's embarrassing. Like, wow, is it embarrassing? They have this stuff so measured because they have to swing this 75 ohm stuff way out into like 3 and 6 gigahertz, right? For long runs. Yeah. So I found the velocity factor of the last spool that was sent to me. Thank you, subscriber. Was 87%, and that's about right for this stuff. But at about 61 feet, you can land your harmonics right at the beginning of every band, and then if we make it longer, would go down, and it's the same thing that we know. If we make the feed line longer, then we're going to be tuning down. See how everything's getting pushed down in frequency?
Math. It's logarithmic. Let's go.
Yeah. So somewhere in between there and there would pretty much, what's that, 60.2 feet? Or maybe, so about 60 or 61 feet is going to get you the first 4. But Ziggy, I got a 80-meter in-fed half wave, and I want all them in-betweeners. Guess what, homeboy? Just double the harmonics. How do you do that? You just double the feed line length. Bam.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
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 Let's play reality here for a second, right?
Oh.
You
Come
down
on
there,
to the dark side, my friend.
yeah, 80 meters down there. I'm trying to see real quick. I've had a few live laugh loggers too much. You're on the low side of 80, and then you look in the even on everything else harmonic. What's the physical length of your coax?
So right now we're at 121 feet.
Okay, 121 feet. All right. Well, from my shack, from the back of my old radio, because I don't use an auto tuner or a manual tuner because I'm a G, right? I got that much coax to go to the feed point of my dipole that I magically spent $100,000 on to get fucking a quarter wave, or excuse me, a half wavelength up on 80 meters. I don't know.
What's the question?
Well, so what I'm saying is like there's so many other factors to the parameters of what you have in real life, and dude, I love simulations. I love what you have with software here, and I love MMA and all that stuff. But when you have to apply practicality to it, right? Either God made you some trees to stick some wire in, or you got to spend some cash to get some wire up in the air, being a mast, right?
I got trees all around me.
But then how far away from the shack does that feed point meet? You know, and that's the coax fucking conundrum. You know, and that's where a lot of folks are like, oh, dude, if I want the purest signal, I need to put my shack 67
I
or
can
80.
answer this question. I get it. I can answer this question.
You know,
All right. So I have what are called trunk lines, and they are pre-tuned sections for this. And then I switch them out at the field to their, to their antenna.
okay.
And I run whatever that distance is in either another tuned section of 75 or a 50 ohm feeder.
Okay. So you do
cool?
have the matched physical length of coax that's out there. But from
right, because I'm using a single trunk line from here out that way. So I always this is always a constant.
Okay. I mean, a lot of coax.
Does that?
Yeah, no, I like it.
I have at least 6 runs of 75 ohm coax going through the wall out of my shack.
What did Doug say in the low desert? He's out there in the wild. It was the only way for me here in the low desert. What is the low desert, dude? I'm out here in Southern California. This place sucks, dude. The desert's an RF sponge. I love you, man. Get real with it. NBIS, let's go. Come at me.
I missed all the chat. Did anything good pop up?
No.
I'm sorry to cut you off, man. I'm excited, dude. I love nerding out on this, man. Ziggy,
I had me worried. I didn't think I interested you
no,
there.
Dude, you spark every bit of interest, man. Because one, I don't know what software you're using or showing right now, and I like it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's called Sim NEC.
Sim NEC.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you just dug me down to another rabbit hole, man. All right,
you're gonna need somebody to kind of help you to build. And what's cool is, sorry, mouse is over here. See all these different things you get to play with. You get to like plug these all in and build your own Lego antenna simulation array. Yeah. There's like coupling and like capacitors and it's big. Sorry, go ahead.
Dude, I'm super stoked, man. I am definitely going to get into this in a NEC, and only because coming here in the next few months, we're talking late third weekend of March, right? The Department of Defense is having a QRPX, a low power fucking competition with anybody in DoD, right? So
A low power competition? That sounds
yeah.
gangster, dude.
All right, we're calling it gangster. Okay,
I want to play, damn it.
QRPX in military terms is 20 watts and below. So we're playing that game. We're talking about military HF manpack, right? So, I've been part of this competition the last couple of years, and before I was a ham actually. And let me tell you, it's all based off of fieldcraft. Whatever you got available to you to build probably the most resonant antenna possible, right? To make all 20 watts of your little manpack make it to the distant end. That's the goal. That's the competition part of it. So there's a couple of key players in there that we've all been competing with each other, and the top 5 teams are kind of, it's a competition amongst them. The rest of the folks are just trying to willy-nilly it, right? But these are auto tuners, man. These are
Right.
Harry calls them a coupler and all that jazz. But we, adding this auto tuner effect to what you have in this sim NEC, which is really kind of cool, right? My go-to, I have to be on ALE. I got to be on all bands at all times.
Yeah.
Above, just below. So, dude,
I gotta finish up the devil's advocate argument, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So now that you see how I'm getting back to 50 ohms by using my my feeder length, do you want to see what you want? This is the magic right here. So real quick, what's the fundamental antenna of ham radio? 3, 2, 1.
Dipole.
Okay. So what's the typical impedance that you're expecting out of a dipole?
Let's play 50 ohms.
No.
Well, no, 62 ohms. I don't know.
70-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had
No. I got you, homie. Check this out, right? So say I have a dipole for 15 meters, right? And I want to impedance match that sumbitch. If I make this feed line somewhere around 1.5 right here, right? Where I cross. You follow me?
Sure.
Right? Because 75 ohms would be, or 70-ish ohms would be about a 1.5, swir. You still follow me?
Yeah, no, I am.
I've got about a 24-foot feeder of 75 ohm coax that'll split me right there and feed that dipole with the 70 ohms that it wants, and my radio is going to see a 50 ohm fucking antenna, dude.
Oh.
So I'm using the feed line as an impedance transformer, but check it out. It's a solid run of coax, so it's lossless in that regard.
Sure. Well,
Gangster.
I'm down with that. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, if I had 3 weeks to set up some dipole for this band, dipole for that band, dipole for that band, right? But so
I made a fan dipole and I fed it this way.
Yeah.
And I fed all the resonant harmonics of the coax to fall at that, and so it was an 80-40 fan, and my radio was just like dead nuts, just barely just in and out. And I even showed my AI model, my pictures of my rig expert in the all data, and even chat told me to stop. No more trimming of the antenna. It is perfect, because I was going way OCD off of it. It told me my antenna on 80-40 had an over 99% efficiency curve.
Well, okay, all right. I'm gonna throw the dagger,
not
in
including
your heart.
feed line loss.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a dagger in your heart real quick.
Yeah.
Did you build it? did you fucking put 1 watts through it? And did you get on Whisper? And did you see in reality?
Oh, I lit up the world. Yeah, I lit up the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Look, anybody else watching this shit, man, look, go beer math your stuff. Go whatever the hell you got to do to put a little bit of wire in your air, right? And for the love of God, right? You don't need some anechoic chamber to figure out what near field fucking stuff is. No offense, Chris. But dude, just put a little bit of Whisper on, feed it a little bit of fucking juice, and just find out where you're propagating, man. And I love it.
Let's see. Andy's got a 513 piece piece of 75. Giving all bands on a 256. I guess that's a piece of wire. So let's model 513 feet, right? Oops, sorry guys. Whoop, wrong software. What was it? 513? 513? Let's see what 513 does.
56.
Let's find. Oof. What a mess.
Andy, if you're still watching, 256 feet of wire? 256 like end fed long or loop or
He said the feed line was 513.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And the
So
antenna
here's
is
what-
256.
here's what. Okay, so 250. I don't know what he's. Sounds like he's got a full 160 or something.
because every tuning fork out there has a different impedance based off shape and height and all that jazz. So, you know,
I can't. All right, so this is probably a prime example right here. There's 2 very sharp high Q resonant points on 10 meters. But here's the thing, guys, is that the worst we're ever going to get out of the mismatch is like maybe like a 2-ish, and that would be on like the worst of occasions. The median of the meat here is going to be out about a 1.5. And the cool thing about the feed line doing its thing as it's doing its thing is that your radio tuner can play with that feed line a lot nicer than it can with an antenna that doesn't want to do anything else. Does that make sense? Your internal antenna tuner with a 3-to-1 match cap will have no problem pulling this where it needs
live,
to
laugh,
be.
lager.
It's no. I'm like damn near sober, and I'm like, this is sorry. This is me.
So I got to ask the question though, right? I'm seeing this.
Yes.
You're modeling this.
This is a bad example.
You're modeling coax, right? I'm
modeling coax?
Okay,
correct.
So, but I'm seeing a 2.2 to 1. We're playing this game, right?
Okay, yeah.
You're modeling 75 ohm coax to what is generally a 50 ohm world. Right.
Yep.
So it makes sense why the mismatch is right at about 2.5, 2 to 1.
It's a little bit hotter, right? And so it'll actually crest. So if we're at 50 ohms and we have a 2.2, so that means that we've actually gone beyond 75. We're actually like a little over 100 ohms, right? You got it?
Yep. Okay.
50 times 2.2.
Yep.
So you can actually match an antenna like a little just over 100 ohms if that's what it presents at a 50 ohm load. So it's a little bit more versatile. It's got a little bit more ceiling than just 75 ohms. But
he's starting to sketch out, or maybe it's me. Hey, Chris, thank you for that link, man. That's awesome.
What's going on?
Sorry.
I'm freaking falling asleep here, and it's not because of you guys. It's just I'm getting tired.
Oh yeah, no, I'm full ape slideshow on you. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's not a big deal. I'm been up since 5 a.m. You know, at this time of night, I don't need it. I don't need an ape slideshow at this time of night with me. So I'm gonna say 73, guys. You guys battle about this. Trust me, Ziggy. I got enough 75 ohm coax here that possibly, if I can pull it out of the damn walls, I might be playing with it.
I'll just mail you a spool, dude. Just hit.
I don't
Just
need
email
a
me.
spool. I'm
gonna mail you a spool. You're getting 1,000
no,
foot.
you got me.
You're getting
tuner
1,000
coming.
foot.
Remember, you got a tuner coming this way yet. So, but I'm gonna say 73.
Do you really
guys-
want a tuner? Do you really want a manual tuner?
I gotta do something with the DX 1200. So
The
it's either gonna be manual or
Is
I'm
it
gonna
an
go-
antenna?
What?
Is it
No,
the
the
DX
FT
1200?
I'm buying an FTDX 1200.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a radio. I'm a dummy.
Yeah, it's a good radio.
I'm a dummy.
Very good
Sorry.
radio. Got to get 100 water. You know, the G90 works great when you get away from all the RFI in the city. 100 watts works a hell of a lot better.
Yep.
Dude, I'm Chris, brother. 75s, my friend.
75s.
Later, Chris.
Later.
Thanks for asking
Guys.
the
Later,
question,
Chris.
man.
Did you check out that Whisper map? Did I show you?
Dude. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah. That's what's slowing down my internet. That
Hold on,
thing is
share it.
so-
Share it. Let's see it. Come on. Hold on. It's not TEK's Whisper map, and he only got out of the county, right? Is that what we're left at? No.
No. If it
Oh,
can-
come on. I thought that was good.
Pull up and stream it or whatever. Dude. It's pretty cool.
Right?
Very.
I don't know. I'm just excited because the last few days I've been downloading a bunch of ATAC KML file maps. So I've been geeking out about having to be able to zoom into some perfect looking thing.
Hold on. I call
But,
false.
Yeah.
Just
I
give it a
call
minute.
false. This is a spherical map.
Give it a minute.
This is your 10-minute strike warning for the 2200 conditions check. Over.
Dang, son, look at that hop. Look at that hop. Ba-ding.
Isn't that cool?
Those are where all your spicy wigglies are going.
Ba-ding.
Right?
Hey, look at that sharp one right there. Bam, son.
So I
You-
found a guy
There's
at
a couple over there.
Hamsite last year that was showing this off. I was like, "What is this?"
Oh yeah.
I think I mean this is still straight like azimuth line of sight type stuff, but I think what would be really cool is if you could build an AI model that shows something like this, but it kind of pulls in the sunspot number and all the rest of the jazz for the ionosphere, and
I'll be
kind
back,
of
guys.
gives you this semi
Well-
double triple hop situation there, something that'd be really cool, so you can see it in real
along with
space.
this, the people at Hamsci were throwing around that all the radio manufacturers should be putting Whisper into the radios so that
Dude, why
you
not?
just push a Whisper button. You think of how much data we could get, like all the beautiful data.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
No, I mean, because there's only so much that these country ran ionosons and stuff things that could pop out, right?
Oh yeah.
There's only so much these government ran entities can do with whatever their equipment is. Granted, they're good, right? But if you're pulling all source from everyone else, right? If I'm a goofy
Oh, yeah.
goober with a little fucking piece of wire in the air,
Just
right?
think of the
And I'm
ability to predict.
data in, so long as I give you a little bit about my operating parameters and something like that,
Mhm.
right? We could finite this solution down to not only it wouldn't be theory anymore. It would almost be law.
I could put a radio signal directly on your lap.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just this synergy.
Yeah.
If we could figure that out, right?
Exactly.
That'd be kind of cool, man.
I started playing with Whisper last weekend, and have you ever used Grid Tracker with Whisper?
Absolutely, dude. I love the new Grid Tracker.
Oh yeah,
I love the old Grid Tracker.
I like the new though too. Yeah, just seeing like where my signals are going is kind of like, oh wow, that's interesting.
So
you stick the map of the ionosphere type stuff on top of it. It's just like, oh, that makes sense.
All of my initial entry into ham radio has been very analog, right? So Robert was in here earlier, right? And he's kind of been more of the techie, nerdy type dude. Like he's been on the digital modes probably 2 years in advance than I did, right? And when we get together and we do like a field day or something like that, he seems to always be asking me like, hey man, what's the best band right now to do this, right? And I know based off of ear, right? I can hear and kind of know about the best time of day to talk on this type of antenna from this place to that place because I've just played it by ear, right? And he's done it all by digital means. So what's really fun is to watch some of my brute force learned antics, and his digital application be formed together and just to validate it each other to go like, oh, that's exactly what's happening. So it's really kind of cool. That's to watch some, put an old ham, put an old guy who's never done digital in his life, put an old analog dude up against a computer and watch him see. And I guarantee you, he could tell you in a split second what the hell's going on and what the best way and the best contact, the best band, and the best direction to do that, right? Oh, yeah. And the digital stuff will validate everything that he said just based off experience by ear, and it's kind of cool.
I'll blow your mind here. I've never made a voice contact.
Oh,
what? Not one?
Not one.
You don't sideband? You don't sideband? Please.
I listen, but I just don't really.
Have you done a little beep beeping and some beep beeping at least?
I'm trying to learn that, but no.
Dude.
No, it's all digital.
You letting the computer do it for you?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Oh, look, I get it. Like your call sign totally fucking represents what you do, man. You the techie boy. You're like, it's good. I love it. Look, no shame. All right, no shame. I'll tell you what. Sometimes it's really nice to talk to some old weirdos that you've never met in your life over the bands. Like the Grouch,
for instance.
Yeah, like the Grouch, dude. L1OG, right? L1OG. This is a Whiskey Time TEK. What's going on? Oh, let me tell you about my gout.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hang out on 80 meters.
No, I just haven't really. I just don't really have anybody to talk to, really. So I just.
Oh yeah, you do. Dude, just call CQ, man. And if you're not, you know what? The best way to introduce yourself to sideband, I'm telling you, go activate a POTA. Go try it, dude. So I'm telling you, what do the new kids do? They like hit the main vein, bro. That's what the new kids do. I'm telling you, it's like crack the first time.
One of the things that I want to do is probably is I want to do a POTA. So here in Ohio, we have ranges in our state parks.
Sure.
And I guess you could probably say I probably have a little bit of mic fright too, but like get a little bit of adrenaline in me after like shooting some pew pews. Oh yeah. I could totally like I'll make some
Well, dude,
contacts, man.
there's no more mic fright after you call CQ quota, right? And you just get like 3 or 4 pile up. You work through those 3, and the next thing you know, you're the best thing since sliced bread, man. We might as well call you Walter Cronkite on HF, man. I'm loving
Yeah,
it.
POTA
You'll get
and Field Day. That's what got me off digital and onto sideband.
yeah. Sideband's fun, man, but don't treat it like you're talking to some old dude in his basement, all right? Because that makes it weird.
But it's true.
Well, I mean, this isn't a basement. It's an addition off the back of the house. So.
But yeah, I just haven't really ever done any voice contacts. And
Don't do it. They're all assholes. Sorry.
I probably do it for
You'll end up like me.
I'm always trying to explore different digital modes, just because I want to see people like my wife possibly get into radio, and she's deaf, can't hear a thing. What does radio have to do with anything? Well, there's a whole world of digital out there.
Dude, she could be rag chewing on digital like nobody's business, and make more contacts than anybody that I know of. Easily. Right. Yeah.
You know what?
Dude.
That's an interesting concept, man. You brought something up. I just recently, in the past week, got a QSL card from a deaf ham.
Oh yeah,
right?
Dude, that's badass, man. Are
we
you
were-
shitting me? What?
Yeah, and we were on FT8, and I was like, "Come on, dude, QSL card on FT8, come on, like whatever." Right?
I
It's
got
just-
one. I got one right there.
Yeah, I was like, "Come on, dude, this is a simple little 15-second exchange. Thanks, bro." But and I looked up the call sign, and they had this just amazing story about like how they started in ham and all this stuff, right? In fact, all right, I'm not going to put the dime amount, but this deaf ham, right? She developed this little light diode for her keyer, right? She does CW watching light.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, holy smokes,
Well-
man, let's go with it.
Wait a minute.
Right.
So she's not hearing the beeps. She's seeing
No.
bops of light.
She's watching it. She's watching
Watching it.
watching.
Dude, that is straight to your brain.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty damn cool, man. Because I met a couple blind hams. Right. We can all hear some wigglies and some sound, but to have a QSO with a deaf ham is kind of cool, right? And she has me kind of motivated to get into CW, so I can light up her light. If that sounds weird.
Dude, that's an incredible story, and yeah, that just wow, that lit me up, dude, for sure.
Absolutely.
Here's my I don't know what the shit I was doing on 10 meters, but apparently I was getting out to Germany.
I'm pretty sure I have that same card.
Little
Oh.
DK.
So,
yeah.
but I thought that this was really nice. That I actually got like an FT8, and this is glossy, right? This is like this is a nice print.
Yeah, see, nice Germans.
Right. But I thought it was like same as you, right? This is totally Epson paper. So that, and that's even more special now that I just said that out loud, because he actually printed this at home. Right? He didn't have a service do it. But anyhow. The signal not bad, right? -16, that ain't bad. 10 meters Germany, come on now.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That ain't bad.
It's all printed on there.
So But yeah, no, I was the same as you. I was like, what is this FT8 QSL card? Are you shitting me? And I thought about it and I looked at it. I was like, you know what? That ain't bad. That ain't bad. So I was really appreciative of it. It took me a minute to let go of my biases towards a digital contact with a QSL card, but
like
that
my
required
computer
thought.
makes contact, right?
Yeah,
but
that
but
required thought.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. There's the folks out there that just did or either can't do sideband, or you know what? Maybe they're just all they're all digital freaks, right? Everyone has their freak or their niche. What is it called? Kink. That's the word I'm looking for. Everyone has their
dude, that is gangster. I love that QSL card.
Hi-ya! Everyone has their kink and ham radio, and I like it, man. You know what I really like?
I guarantee you, the Grouch has the exact same QSL card.
Oh yeah, I really like that. There's so much stuff that you can do on a technician license that if you immersed yourself on it, there's no way you'd make it to HF. Because, dude, there's just so much.
Okay, right? So with Cody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because how long were you a tech?
How long was I tech? About a year.
Just a year.
Yeah, about a year.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Did you have a lot of friends that were like constantly on HF around you?
Well, I've done a lot of military HF. I did like 10 years of military HF.
Oh yeah, so you weren't sticking around tech for nothing.
Well, I was stationed up in upstate New York in Fort Drum, so there was quite a few repeaters around there.
Oh, so VHF was fun for a bit.
Oh yeah, it was great, right? A bunch of Canadians and upstate New Yorkers. It was great. I loved it, right? I would love to go back there, right? Like 5 nets a day. It was great, but
that sounds like a blast.
Yeah, but to get on the HF bands, it was like, all right, let's play the game, man. We got to talk a little bit further than just line of sight there, man. But yeah,
that's cool, dude.
Hawaii sideband.
Nice. Is that audio sideband?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Says,
Grouch is busting out the receipts. He says, "I see you're Germany, and I raise you Hawaii, and the rest of these."
This is my 6 meter ZL contact. What the hell were you?
I love getting cards and sending cards out. But yeah, this Hungarian shortwave listener, he listened to my FT8 and sent me a card.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
that's
he decoded it.
That's even more.
What was the signal report?
So it was, let's see, 80 meters FT8 minus 16, and I was working E73DN.
You were what? Minus 16 on 80?
Yeah.
And he let you know who you were contacting when he was listening. No, that's a solid.
That's a full report.
Yep. I've got in like the middle of Russia, like on 10 watts on like 40.
Dude, Grouch, I need to. Can you send me a picture so I can have a copy of that? Because that is that there are no other QSL cards like that.
Dude, shortwave.
That's a dude. I shortwave listened. I'll admit it. Right? It's not. We don't talk about it at all. At all.
First rule of shortwave.
Yeah, don't talk about shortwave. But dude, I love all the propaganda. I love all the propaganda.
Right? We're hams. We're over here like fucking playing with transmitters, right? And all that jazz. There's a whole subculture of SWL folks that they try and like, hey, I got this little bullshit can of a radio. that runs on a 9-volt battery. That
No, it's a USB dongle.
Dude, these dudes get wild, right? They're like, how friggin' primitive can I get?
Well, here's the cool thing about shortwave
SWO.
is that the easiest thing that you can do is just have some big loop of wire or big long run of wire.
Yeah.
Listening on long wire is the easiest thing to do, and it requires
nothing.
I'm gonna say actually no math, zero.
Yeah.
If you're not
It
trying to
depends,
come,
man. Some
Dude,
dudes go
thanks, Paul.
wild with it. Some dudes, you know, they do crystal speaker stuff. You know, they're building their own germanium diodes and stuff like that. You know,
I got
Those
some
are-
germanium diodes from new old stock from Hungary, and they are legit, son. Let me show you some jewelry, fellas. My God, I'm doing too many things here.
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying
your
to save this.
multimeter sucks. I saw
My-
that video.
Which multimeter though? The red one?
Look
Yeah,
at
the
Chris.
red digital one.
He's over here like, oh my God.
Are you talking about this? Talking about this thing?
Yeah, that one.
Hey, first of all, the ape sent me this, so I was trying to use it on stream while he was with me. All right.
And
Okay.
it was bouncing all over the place.
But you know what? That's why. That's why you got the Proster. All right. Proster works. Proster works every time. Amazon, I think it's $17, guys. Pick it up. And it's got a calibrate wheel, which I think is just the best.
I think I've got that same one, Paul.
Commercial electric, yeah.
No, maybe not.
I forgot. What was I showing?
Old stock germanium diodes.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Where's that?
I need help sometimes.
This is my Baofeng multimeter right here, which is kind of cool.
He wrote a little happy face on the package for me.
Hold
Because he knows exactly what I am. I'm a radio kid, and I wanted some pure, unfeathered 1940 stock germaniums. I did. I think I paid $2 a piece for these.
You gotta put a Geiger counter on those, man. They were made back in the nuclear centuries.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure why this was required, but
see, that's what I'm saying. Watch that sticker, dude. That comes straight from Chernobyl.
Yeah, like I went way down the rabbit hole on the 34A germanium.
Yeah.
Germanium. Yeah. I went way down the rabbit hole and I was like, oh, you can get new old stock ones from like pre-war. Yes. And so I got these from like some other third world country.
I came across no shit. I came across a really old radio handbook from U.S. Department of Army, which when it's titled U.S. Department of Army, it's fucking older than 1950.
Yeah.
Sweet little manual. Talked about some old school type of let's call it tube era radio stuff. And it had these little instructions of an Altoid can. Come on now, modern times. Altoid can RF listening circuit.
Yeah.
Right. And
probably 5 components, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, it's kind of like the Boy Scout, little Boy Scout receiver. Let's play that game, right? It's kind of like the Boy Scout receiver, but it had multiple ways to build this thing out, right? Like you're scratching it on a rock. Just this weird archaic type of way to put the germanium diode into a circuit, and it was really kind of cool because it was ancient technology, and the way to apply it was kind of all of it made sense, but it would sound like something you watched or read on a spy movie. They're like, what the heck? There's no way. It was kind of cool. In modern times, it would never work. Cool.
Oh, you guys want to see me break an FCC law live on stream?
Look,
Technically, they're not laws; they're regulations.
hey, I'll get
But
on
if they're
QSL.
regulations, then aren't they also just guidelines?
Kind of.
It's a guideline. Parlay. It's like a guideline. Look, if I'm gonna log Ziggy, it's gonna be on 2.4 gig. Okay. All right. Let's make a contact.
So here's the Proster, and here's the beautiful germaniums, right? And if either one of you two want one of these germaniums, if you send me a nice QSL card, I'll respond back and I'll send you one of these bad boys.
Does it have to be my QSL card?
No. You can send me some stickers. You got some stickers? I'll take stickers for germanium.
Dude, I got stickers.
You got stickers? You got patches, homie?
I got the most unit in the army.
Dude. All right, we got a deal. I'm gonna have to send you more than a germanium then. We're dealing in anyway. So check it out. The Proster sees infinite in this direction, right?
Yeah.
And if I put the Proster dead short, it's gonna show us that it sees the short, right? And then so we need to learn this value.
Should be about 3, right? 3.
Ooh,
3 something.
no, even better.
Holy
Ooh.
crap! Wow.
That's that wartime precision, son.
It's a crazy forward operating voltage.
Isn't that wonderful?
You see, when they talk about magic,
Ziggy's got it right on the 75 ohm ham. Just saying, subscribe.
That's the magic.
So check it out. I took that diode and I got some high impedance headphones. Like we've all seen them on eBay, like the $10, like the wartime looking, like anyway.
Yeah, a good old crystal.
Yeah. And so I went out to my field and I dropped down my long wire and I just held with my fingers like this, right? Like so I got the diode, I got my banana plugs to my speakers, and I'm holding the long wire. Son, I heard like 3-4 like stations simultaneously. I was getting blown out of the water. I was like, it's this freaking easy. I'm like, no. I was like, no, stop. Full stop. I'm just going to check this one off the list because the next step is me making all kinds of filtering and selective tuning. And that is a huge capacitor rabbit hole, inductor rabbit hole, coupling rabbit hole. And I started looking into it. I was like, I can't do it. It's so much more precision than the stuff that I like to play with. These guys do AMDX competitions where they have radios where they can change the angle of receive at the radio with just small loops on a desk, and they have competitions on how many different AM stations they can pick up. And it's all verified. These guys get like hundreds of different stations around wherever they live. Anyway, I nerded out on that, and that's why I fell down the germanium diode OG supply. I would love to give you guys one of these.
I feel like you should build a crystal radio.
I have. I'll get it. You want to see it?
Well, no, but like with one of those old school germanium diodes.
I did.
Oh,
I did it with
right.
I did it with like nails and like wire wrap on like a piece of wood and shit. You know, like proper. Yeah. You want me to try to find it?
Boy Scout receiver, baby. Let's go.
You want me to try to find it? All right, give me a minute.
I went in the house for a second to like use the bathroom because it's snowing like a freaking blizzard outside. And I realized that the wife had done laundry earlier and she left clothes in the washing machine. Like, God damn it, it's gonna smell awful in the freaking morning. So I just had to swap that over. And then the cat decided to follow me out. There's Mr.
Hey, Ken.
Oh my God, what have I done?
Hey, Paul. Oh, that's a mountain lion.
Dude, he's got like 4 freaking thumbs. Look at that.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Paul.
like cats, but I don't think I could ever have a box of shit in my house.
Paul, I sent you something on Discord to your direct.
What's a box of shit in your house? What does that mean?
In a moment.
Well, that's where a cat goes, right?
Oh, you're talking about owning a cat?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I don't do
I have a wife, and I'm trying to make her happy, man. So I will do anything it takes, including putting up with a box of shit in my house. So I'll cheers to that. Yes.
We have 2 boxes of shit.
That's fucking awful.
I refuse to touch either one of them.
Yep.
That is all
agreed.
her.
Her cats for shit.
Does she keep up with it though, homie?
Yeah, she does. She does a good job.
What? Mine don't touch it. It's her cat, but it's my responsibility. How did I get that one?
Oh yeah, no. So we got 3 cats. One's
I'm
mine.
gonna get in trouble.
One's,
I'm fucking
one's
loud.
hers. One's the kid's. And yeah, I don't touch that fucking box, man.
Anyway, this thing's a mess.
Ziggy, what is that little black knob? Is that a volume? Is that a variable capacitor there? What's going on there?
Potentiometer.
That's my little very cap. Yeah, that's an actual capacitor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that little guy.
This guy was for
how
my tap point, either there or there.
Okay.
On the coil. So you see my tap. So high band, low band.
High band, low band. All right.
High band, low band. What the hell?
There you go. Paul,
what is that?
Paul showed I don't know why I shared that to you.
What is it? Zoom.
Oh, dude.
No, wait. Embiggen it.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Is that a?
It looks like a piece of a pressure cooker or something.
No, I'm like, if you can put it back on, dude, that's it.
Oh, you know what?
That's what happens with West Virginia.
We have a problem.
Ham radio, bro.
We have a problem here.
It's the same concept, but when you spin the pan,
oh snap,
motherfucker!
Cool. Oh shoot,
dude, I can put that on a mast.
See, you have this tiny little knob to do.
Wow.
Right? I stole somebody's grandma's potware.
Wait a minute. This is you made this capacitor and this tap?
No, sir, but I do know who it was. And
hey, right there. At the lower underneath the handle, do you see under the shadow? Do you see that little rod hanging out?
Absolutely.
I'm willing to bet that's where he like grabbed and spun it from, because or dude, that has a purpose. That's all I'm saying. That bitch has a purpose.
I know the young man that built this.
Cool.
I have seen it in action. Let me tell you, he has a very thick accent, and the split second you hear him speak, you're immediately gonna dismiss him as someone who doesn't know how to tie his own shoes. But
thicker than mine.
But no, I'm talking like from the holler, like he's thick. All right, but I'm talking,
dude. Those holler folk.
No.
If you find yourself in a holler, you need to haul your ass out
Yeah.
of there. You're
Look,
gonna
I'll
die.
tell you, when I say the young man who built this, right? The young man who built this is 71 years old.
Speaking
on
from
this thing.
experience.
Right. But, and I'm pretty sure the first 30 years of his life, he never owned a pair of shoes. But this dude can run circles around you when it comes to RF theory and all the jazz.
I don't have any theory. I've got a lot of time out in my field. That's what I bring to the table.
Yeah, we want to talk about practicality. Talk about a guy that fucking spent the first half of his life without shoes. He can practical his way right around your ass. He built this fucking thing with a damn pot and pan and some wire, man.
Yeah, no, I dig it.
No, I love it, though, man.
That's a big capacitor, though. Holy fuck! That's like
you got what you got.
was he tuning in like the entire HF spectrum with that?
So
because that wasn't just the AM little area.
So,
no, with that size capacitor.
Yeah. So here's what Mike said, right? What he said was like, hey, I could put anything up on this reel, right? What he was talking about was the coils, and he called it a reel. Dude, I'm telling you, he has no fucking physical, there's no scientific background to this thing. He's calling this thing a reel. So, he said if I put it on this wire that goes out this length and this wire that goes out that length, so he's actually tuning it based off wire lengths, off of different long end fed type of antennas. Then he could get whatever AM band that he wanted, right? And he immediately was like, "Hey, let me tune up the baseball game that's going on right now," right? And he just flipped over a little piece of wire, slid it right to where he wanted. He'd used this thing a lot.
Dude, it doesn't matter how well you can or cannot explain the math. When you have shit that does the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a different concept, right?
Yeah.
So just because we can't explain antennas all the time, you know, there's that, but we all know, truth from fiction.
I like how you said that, man. In the Army, I'm a common dude, man. I haven't been a common dude the whole time, but I'm a common dude. And there's a lot of folks that come up to me and they're like, "Hey, Callahan, hey, make the thing do the thing."
The thing,
right? Make it wiggle. Make it wiggle.
Yeah, make the thing do the thing, right? And I'm like, all right, you Neanderthals. Okay, I'll restart the computer for you. You know?
Yeah,
like,
right.
All right.
Let me fire up the local 2 meter at 1 a.m.
But there are some folks that are like, hey, I'll make the thing do 2.5 every time.
All right, so 257. Right. So here is this. I thought I had one of the good diodes on here. This was what made me get the good diodes. Let's see how shitty this one is.
Good diode?
No, I've got a shitty diode on here, I think. Come on. Nope, I got it backwards again. Sorry, guys. Oh no, is it game over?
You broke it.
I did. There's that. So that means I've got I'm reversed.
Reversed.
Let's do this then. How's that? There we go. 400.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to right there.
Damn, dude, that germanium is the ticket.
We call that the good enough. Good enough.
My word. Yeah, so I would totally love to send you guys one of these hot germaniums because I got extras. I got extras for my friends, so I want to share. I can't. What am I going to do with 20 of these? Right? I need 2 or 3.
20 radios.
Ziggy, I appreciate
Nope.
the offer, but if you send me one of those, I'll
Yeah.
go down the rabbit hole on a project that I probably distracted me from my life and my wife and my kids and everything else.
But if you show your
Don't
wife this
do it.
and tell
Don't
her
do it.
where it came from and how old it is, she might
Oh,
appreciate it.
yeah, she'd be totally into it for
Yeah.
about 5 minutes.
But you got to be like upfront with her.
Do we ever need an excuse? Squirrel.
I'm wrapping 400 feet of wire together. I want to listen to whales.
You'd be able to.
I want to hear that China propaganda loop for for the next 12 hours. Have you guys heard that damn thing over there on 5 megahertz? Oh God.
Oh, and 5? Dude, I live in Southern California. I got to deal with fucking everything on the far side of the Pacific broadcast. You guys think you're all fancy dancy. Dude, it sucks. On 40 meters?
What
Right
side
at
where are you at?
Dude, Southern California, like north of Barstow.
Oh.
Hobby Desert. Yeah, Fort Irwin, California.
So you're saying it's RF noisy over there?
Oh my God.
Oh my
All right.
God.
If I'm not dealing with local noise, because the hospital here has a big giant solar farm, on the upper side of the voice on 40, right at 1800, local. That's where fucking all the
Blasted out, huh?
and Korean broadcast just fucking pumps, and I'm like, I quit.
Hey man,
Why?
if you want to hang on 40, that's what you got to deal with.
Yeah, that or 7.2.
That's
Don't worry, we got a club on the West Coast that there's 7198 that are like playing their game.
I love how we all like on stream like say 7.2, but we all like personally have our own area of our own favorite band that we just shit all on when we're tuning up. But
Oh, yeah.
what allegedly, fictionally, whatever you want to do there, YouTube and corresponding.
My absolute
Esquires.
favorite, my favorite POTA frequency, right? When I'm going out to a park,
28.3 and you're done, son.
28.420.
Oh, 420 is an automatic. No, they knew that. They knew what they were doing. Yeah, no, we don't have to have a talk about 420. 420 is the.
Never read that.
28.420. Where you meet
So-
the homies. Screw the text. They don't need to be in on this, right?
So
they don't got the gust.
Here's the cool thing that I saw recently. Is a lawyer was explaining like ham rules, and he basically said that ham's going to break rules, and it's the FCC is not after like every single offense kind of thing, and that made me think. I was like, wow, you know what? You know who does the policing more than the FCC does?
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck yeah, dude. We're a bunch of
Yeah,
assholes.
tattletale-ass motherfuckers.
Right.
Oh, I got your call sign, bitch. It's over. Shut you down.
You know what? You know what the ironic part is, right? Every time that I've been out of my band privileges or whatever, right, through just pure ignorance or whatever the hell, just not paying attention. Every single time that I get a fucking nasty gram email, it's always from a ham from New Hampshire. Why is that? Tell me, Grouch. Why is it the dudes in one land that are just always the curmudgeon bastards that are always
that's that keyword.
You here, you're a general. You are in the extra. Blah blah blah. Sorry, wrong accent, but you get what I'm saying. dude, every time.
Well, what's
That
the
w-
temperature outside, Grouch? First of all, let's start with that.
So my thermometer is actually in the camper, but if I had to guess, it's probably in the teens right now.
Yeah, cold enough to be
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's like a blizzard outside, and it's definitely below 20.
So after the ham has done all of his outside freezing his balls chores, he sits down with frozen balls at his radio and he projects frozen balls across the airwaves.
Yeah,
just a theory. Just a theory.
actually
we like to drink, and so
That'll warm
he
up
might
the balls.
he might have drank too much, and then he's just like, "Hey, you're not where you're supposed to be, you fucking fuck."
Hey, you know what I like to do, guys? Is I like to put texts where they're not supposed to be on the air. And so it's my own personal mind game. Like the tech thinks that he's like, oh fuck yeah, I get to fuck around on 75 meters because I'm using, I'm control op. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait for it. Son, you're not supposed to be in this area. And I'm like, yeah.
So, look, there's this guy, right? I'm like,
And then I come in, I'm like, this is a ZGY. This is my homeboy. He's good. I'm control op. And then I'm like, take it away.
like,
I come in all smooth and shit. I put on my radio voice, like, yeah, this is ZGY. And control operator, and yeah, he's on my station. He's good to go.
It's good.
There's this dude who lives in Eastern New York, right? Lake Call area, and I swear this guy, he built some sort of a little bit of software that's watching the digital modes, watching the RBN, right? All of it, right? And I swear, this dude has like an auto-generated email to just fucking to cross-reference.
Is that his jam?
That is
his
it.
jam?
Oh, that's it. That's all he does.
Dude, hold on. You know what? So let's think about this. Like, we're all curmudgeon. He
Sure.
probably found he probably got mixed up, and there were some like unlicensed, and that it made him mad, right? And he started writing code. And then next thing you know, he's got this thing that's processing data. And then like there's so much unlicensed activity that he's like continuing the project. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
This
it's
is benefit of the doubt situation.
It's
only
pulling
because
straight from the ULS too, right?
Right.
Boom, call sign. Boom, RBN. Boom, boom. Auto generate. You are out of band. Blah 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 blah. Email.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
That's right.
Oh, I love that game.
So, but no, think about it. It probably started as like a legitimate thing, but now that we see it at its face value, it's pretty much like how we look at the IRS, right?
Come at me.
It's probably turned into something awful.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
Yeah. We can't tell you how much you owe, but you owe us money.
Well, how much do I owe you?
That's not our responsibility. That's your responsibility.
But what if I make a mistake?
That's still your responsibility.
I love it, dude. Love it.
But what happens if I pay you too much
fuck
money?
up?
That's again your responsibility. Hey, here's some handcuffs for you.
But how much do I owe? Oh, we don't tell you that. You just have to pay us.
But if I pay you the wrong amount, will you know? Oh, we'll know. How do you know? We have tools. Well, then tell me how much I owe you. No. Well, how do you know if I pay you the wrong amount? We have tools.
How do you know that I was trying to contact an African amateur radio station on the lower band?
All right, so this same circular that we're doing tonight right now, so I experienced with Verizon, right? So yeah, they accidentally confused like my SIM number with my wife's, and then like somebody fucked up and like took away my daughter's, and now they're all jumbled around, and they deactivated all 3 of the phones on us.
See, that's what happens, Ziggy, when you get to the weird part of YouTube.
Right.
Just don't keep clicking, okay? Just stop.
So
otherwise,
what happened at Hamcation is my phone faltered, but I had my backup Pixel. I was like, hey man, just do the thing for that we've done before. Just move me over to the Pixel until I get my main bitch going. And they failed on that, so I didn't even get my backup phone working at Hamcation. And yeah, in the process of trying to get mine fixed, they deactivated my daughter and my wife's phone, and she's a nurse trying to coordinate like a whole ER situation going on about to throw down at the hospital in a couple hours, and she's got no phone. Dude, it was the most crazy. I was like, dude, fix it. And they're like, no, what's the password? And I'm like, fuck you. We've been a customer for 17 years. Go fuck yourself. Fix my phone. And they're like, no, we need to authenticate you. And I was like, you know my name.
Sure, this is surprising. No one has worked here for 17 years straight.
17 years. Never missed one payment. Not one. So anyway, it's like they don't believe me. But then like they tell me, they're like, dude, you have no, like after we finally got resolved, it only took a week. They told me, you have no idea how often people sneak in on other people's plans, get brand new phones, activated with a line, deactivate the owner, take the plan, leave financial responsibility to that person, and run that bitch out for like until it folds, which is usually like 6 months to a year.
That's just the simple user, just some rando that's trying to use a phone, right? There's some other dudes that are very nefarious that will use your phone SIM card to run some like bit mining fucking data center.
I feel like Tech's got something on this topic. Go ahead.
Look up SIM jacking.
Oh yeah, SIM jacking.
Yeah,
that was the first iteration of it. Yeah.
Well, SIM jacking started the whole eSIM or global SIM thing.
I wouldn't say it started it. I think SIMs were just a pain in the ass, and they were trying to figure out a better way. Or I could have it wrong. I thought eSIMs were a thing long before what we thought they were.
Before we thought they were, yeah. There was a lot of folks, and for all you iPhone users, I'm sorry, Apple product boys.
Right.
The Android life has been living that for a long time. Look, I gotta tell you that I'm trying to download
loaded.
Oh my god!
5 different phones right now. Right. So I have out here in Fort Irwin, out here in the National Training Center, we have a closed cellular network that is a replicated 4G LTE.
Oh, really?
Oh shit! You got your own relay? Is that what I heard? That's what it is. Yeah. It's closed and truncated.
Closed cellular network.
Right.
Running on its own core. It's really kind of cool.
Oh, wait a minute. It is the network and it pipes in.
It is the own network. So it is its
private?
own thing, right?
Is it
you
private?
Cannot get into it unless you have a SIM that can do this proto 4G.
You have to be issued. You have to be issued. I get it.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. But we have a replicated internet, right? And sort of Google and all these other channels, stuff like that. Gives us our own local weather and all that jazz. But it's really kind of
sounds like
unique because we have a dedicated pipe, right? We're talking about physical fiber line, dedicated pipe that goes from here to Fort Polk, Louisiana. So our closed cellular network here in Southern California goes all the way to Fort Polk, Louisiana. So we can have these phones talk to each other.
Yeah, you guys are next door.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
So NTC
but-
and JRTC are
JRTC, yeah. Yeah. But the frustrating part about it is like, one, it's a very dumb version of a cellular network, right? It's only on one frequency. The bandwidth is kind of small, but you only have at any given time like 400 users, right? Where you know, some other cell towers out there in the wild will have like fucking 3,200 users at one time, you know. So it's kind of cool. But we're running ATAC and some other voice terminal mumbles on it, and all. It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds like it could be a lot of fun to run a Stingray over there too.
It is. Try it. Let's go, man.
Stingray would be fun.
Yeah, it's a targetable thing. Let's like we're waiting for the next unit to come break into it. They never do. They never figure it out. But whatever. I love it, man. Oh well. But yeah, talking about SIM cards, replicated SIM cards. We have to buy some very special old stock 4G based base T SIM cards in order for this thing to work. So hopefully they don't run out of those.
What's the downlink you're getting on that 4G connection? Oh, he's gonna do a live. Is this a live pull you're gonna do for me? Really?
I can't show you.
Can't show you. It's top secret.
Right now, I have 600 users on just my tower.
Yeah.
That I'm talking to. I can see 2 more towers. Shitty. 84 meg downlink.
Wow.
Dude, that's you can do anything with that.
84 meg downlink.
Yeah. Yeah, you can watch,
So,
you can watch
running an
videos.
Yeah, running
Good.
ATAC server or anything like that. And
That's great.
this is not internet. So there's only like 4 or 5, you know, replicated web-based pages that can even be watched.
So you can't do the internet.
You cannot touch the dirty net. Touch the real internet.
Can't swim with the unwashed masses. All right.
No, it is completely closed network.
It would be cool if you could like separate yourself outside of the network when you wanted to and truncate to the interweb, right?
Sure,
and then turn that off, right?
Yeah,
and then you could be back part of the hive again.
Yeah, I mean, it could be done.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it. Can't show it on the internet, but really though, I mean, we're talking about what we're trying to design here is a third world countries version of fucking T-Mobile or AT&T. So that's what you're kind of getting, right? So if you have to go into this country and be a world police, right? if you bring the right people and the right type of technologies, you could technically break into it if you needed to. And that's what we're trying to replicate.
Interesting.
It's kind of cool. A lot of fun. Yeah. One of the fun parts about it is that even though we're very narrow banded on a one channel of 4G LTE, we're only one channel, right? We run all of our drones, all of our TSM 800 drones, all of our DJI drones, in like drone swarms. So every time they go outside of line of sight from the controller, the cellular network picks up and they can go, 30, 40, 50 miles away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of folks are doing it down in the place we don't talk about, with the war that's not going on, with the thing that we're not funding.
Yeah.
I said Ukraine. Is it Ukraine? Can I say that out loud? But yeah,
Hopefully that
that's how it works, man. It's just a lot of fun, but oh wow, I like it, man.
quite insightful. Wow.
But paying Verizon or talking to a fucking 19-year-old, 20-year-old little data processor dude that you've had a Verizon account with longer than they've been alive, that's frustrating. I get it. I totally get it.
Dude, the command was, hey, my phone's down. Switch it to my backup like we've done in the past, and we'll talk in the future. Complete cascade of eSIM deletion and IMEI numbers just thrown in the trash can, and all of our phones had the X of death. And here's the kicker, right? They wanted to verify by sending me a text message. I said, you guys are so incompetent. And they're like, we can't do anything. And I'm like, you really can't? They're like, no, we need to send you a text message. This went on
the
for a
phone
week.
that they just shut off.
Oh no, I'm like calling them from other people's phones and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm not calling you from my phone, you dumbass. My phone doesn't work.
My phone dumb. Turn the fuck off.
It was awful. It was the worst thing ever. And if my phone ever breaks in the future, I'm just going to wait until, I'm never going to do the flip flop again. Because, I mean, remember when like cable modems, like we would go through cable modems and we'd be like, all right, here's my new cable modem, Mac. Turn that bitch on for me. And they're like, they made it a big deal back in the beginning. And then it got easier and easier, right? You guys remember this?
Yeah.
And it's now to the point now, like where you can just be like, all right, here's my MAC address on like a web page on your phone, and like within seconds.
You don't even talk to a human.
No, you don't even. No. They made that so easy for us now. It's ridiculous. And anybody,
fucker up.
Ooh, man, look at that. Look at that
Wow.
pretty. No, put that back on screen. Come on now, give me some UV5R. Or which
geez.
one is it? Which one is it? Don't.
Yeah, UV5R.
Oh,
In
nice.
yellow. Wow.
Sorry.
Ooh, no, it's yellow. No. Hold it back up. He's yellow, and he's got the flex screen.
Yeah.
With the mesh.
Right.
Yeah, that's the fancy version.
Wow.
Oh, I even got this little guy too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. You know when you bring up pictures of your ex-girlfriend and you're like, right? That's this guy. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I think I got phone cases over there like that.
I didn't mean to get you all hot and bothered, but that happens once in a while.
That's hilarious.
Like, hey man, I did this strip